Thus far, we know the slope of a line measures its tilt. We also know how to find the slope given 2 points. But there's another way of finding slope given the equation of the line, and that is by the slope-intercept formula. Let's look at that slope-intercept form. When a linear equation in 2 variables is written in slope-intercept form, y is equal to mx plus b, m is the slope of the line, and 0b is the y-intercept of the line. So let's use the slope-intercept form to find the slope of the graph of this equation. Basically, the slope-intercept form is the form we get when we solve the equation for y. So just keep that in mind. Slope-intercept form means solve the equation for y. How can I solve this equation for y? I will subtract 2x from both sides, and I'll have y equals then negative 2x plus 7. When an equation is solved for y, the coefficient of x is the slope. So the slope of the graph of this equation is negative 2. And by the way, what's the y-intercept? The y-intercept is the point 0, 7. So there's the slope, there's the y-intercept. Let's try this one more time. Let's find the slope of the line defined by 2x minus 3y is equal to 10. We'll use the slope-intercept form. To use the slope-intercept form, we solve this equation for y. To solve it for y, I will subtract 2x from both sides. So on the left side, I'll have negative 3y. On the right side, I'll have negative 2x plus 10. Now, how do I finish solving for y? I divide each term by the coefficient of y, which is negative 3. So I'll divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. Now, by the way, we sometimes simply divide both sides of the equation by negative 3. That is the same as dividing each term of the equation by, in this case, negative 3. Now, on the left side, I have y is equal to, I'll write that as 2/3 x plus a negative 10/3 or minus 10/3, however you'd like to write it. This is now slope-intercept form. What is the slope of the graph of this equation? It is the coefficient of x. So the slope is 2/3. Now, by the way, just for practice, what is the y-intercept? It's 0, b, and b is negative 10/3. So there's the slope of the graph of that equation, and there is the y-intercept. Thus far, we know the slope formula. We also know the slope-intercept form. Let's now find the slope of a few special cases. What kind of a line is this? X is equal to 1 if I were to graph this line. Remember, x is equal to a constant. That is always a vertical line. So this is a vertical line, but I'd like to find the slope. We can do so by using 2 points and using the slope formula. For example, we know as long as x is 1, we have an ordered pair solution of this equation. So I'll just choose 1, 0 and say 1, 5. Makes no difference as long as x is 1. So here I have 2 points on the graph of this equation. Let's find the slope by using the slope formula. It is y minus y over x minus x. And this should be familiar to you because we've talked about it a little bit. I have 5 over 0. This is undefined. It is true then, vertical lines have undefined slope in general. So now you don't need to calculate it anymore. If you have a vertical line, the slope is undefined. Let's now also look at a horizontal line. Now a horizontal line has a general form y is equal to a constant.